What is up, everybody? And welcome back to Divine Journey 2. We are going to be working on better power today. I've also been melting down some ores, so we have a bunch of iron again. We're working on getting more gold. Also have a bunch of ardite and other things. This is everything I'm working on melting down at the moment. I have quite a bit of stuff. So, I am making the first two parts for what we're going to use today. And that is... Oh, I need two of those. Okay, well... if I can remember how to do things correctly. We are going to be building a generator. And we are also going to be building, if we can, a few other small things. So, we're going to build the generator today because we want to get the power running from that to make sure our base can fully run. I have worked on a few things off camera so that we have plenty of resources available, and I need redstone dust. I don't think I need that much, but that should be enough. Transmitter and receiver. But I have been working off camera to give us a bit of a supply for our stuff down here. As you can see, it's running. I have the fermenter running, but not the press just yet. So that's full on ethanol. And you can see here I have some drawers. This took me a while. Trying to figure out how to get this to work just right took me quite a while. Oh, also made another spell. We have these little phalite that I can place wherever. I like them. They just cost a little bit of cloudberry and dugonia because I made them blue. But I made a chain that comes down here. You can kind of see it from over here of trim. And I had to put the controller right here to get it to work right. But that is all fed from our little farming pod over here, where you can kind of see that on the map over there, up there. Also, I'm working on my paths again. It's getting somewhere. I added floors. So I have an entire floor right here of the same setup. This is all aubergine. And then I have another floor. You can see our minecart moving back and forth in here. And I have another floor down here of canola with its own minecart system. And everything feeds into a controller slave. So I can use a controller slave to act as an input and output point from a drawer system. And in order to get this to work properly, I had to use those so that I could put the controller close enough to over here that it could actually reach these spots. But it does. And it does it nicely. So we have a lot of seeds in here. This guy is full on stuff. Yeah, we're out of aubergines at the moment because they're all going in here. Let's set this guy to extract. And it's going to start pulling everything into there. Yeah, you can see we're burning through our power like nothing. That's because this guy is also going to be producing biodiesel off of everything it gets sent. So that is why I want to get the generator built. And we're going to build it like right here. And I might have to move that so that it can silence the generator as well, because it can get a little noisy. But in order to do so, I have these things here for a reason. You can see I've been doing a few things off camera, so we have updated everything to MV wires. I'll go ahead and take those. I've also updated to an MV capacitor. And I did that on a very specific reason. I'll have to pick one of these. I don't know if these are really useful for anything. Like the netherite. I also made a diamond chest because I ran out of space for stuff. Let's take some iron. But we need to make the generator to give us enough power to be able to run everything. Another thing we're going to do, but we're not going to actually use it, is we're going to upgrade this to the improved blast furnace, I think it's called. It's just a steel plate for each block. But we're not actually going to end up using it because we're going to move on to mechanism stuff, hopefully by the end of today. But first thing we got to do is get the generator set up. What all do we need for the generator? Quite a few things, and the only things that are going to be a pain are the generator block, because they take a kinetic dynamo each and these forged synthesite blocks. And the other one is a radiator block, because that takes HOP graphite ingots for 2. I need 20 of these ingots to be able to make it, and 10 blocks of copper. I think I have that. That forged synthesite is not difficult to make. Oh. I also changed... how this stuff is set up over here. So, we no longer have capacitors on this, because otherwise it can fry the wires by trying to draw too much power. So I moved it, and we have an MV capacitor right here that those wheels charge, and this has a greater output, but these are MV wires, so they won't try to pull more than the capacitor allows. And the capacitor won't allow more power to come out of it than these wires can handle. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. But we can hopefully get that working right. I need to go up top. So let's see if we can make our radiator blocks. I'm gonna have to break down some more coal coke. Make some more of this HOP graphite. Because if I remember right, it takes 8 of the coal coke dust. Now let's just shove these in the crusher. It'll figure it out. And I'm thinking I might want to, at some point, actually put redstone control on these. And I think the way they're set up, I barely... No, I can only do it on the ethanol one. I don't think I can do it on this one without rearranging things. Let's get some HOP graphite ingots and let's see if we can get this stuff made. I think I have just about everything for something else as well. Blanking on the recipe. And this is to go with this guy. Okay, it's 4 compressed netherrack. So we can use this with this and these. Yeah, there we go. Run that with that, and then I probably have another brick around here somewhere. I compare this with this, which I've made. And now we cook things a lot faster. Anyways, I think we have everything we need to make our generator brain work. That gives me 18 of those. Is that what I needed? Yeah, that's more than enough of those. Which I think we actually end up using these for other things as well. There we go. And put all that stuff stuff back in there. Oh yeah, there was also a quest for a radiator block. Yeah, right here. Because that's the next step to making the excavator stuff, which I'm not planning on doing right now. Sure, give me some iron. But with this, we get fluid tanks with ethanol and plant oil. Let's take the plant oil. That one generates slower. But now, oh, and that gives us that quest. Oh, we're just finishing quest galore. Let's go finish this. Let's go build this thing. Where's my book? Look. I need to see. It's under here. Diesel generator. So I should have everything on me to build this. I'm hoping I do. Let's see if I can get this built over here. And if I remember right, I have to start it like right here. Alright, how about right there? That should be good on... Yeah. Chunk batteries, it is fine. Let's see, I need this. I think it's like that. I think this is how it should be. If this works. Aha! There we go. So, okay, I have it set up just slightly wrong. But the way we want to do this, I have this capacitor in here, which I believe should be fine for what I'm going to do here. So I want this right here. We're going to set this up that this is energy output, input on the bottom. I need capacitor. I didn't bring a capacitor. Let's go ahead and we will throw one of these right here. I think that's all I need for that. Oh no, I need another one here. And the way we're going to set this up is, I think, no, it needs to be this way. We will set you on 1. And we're going to put this one here. And what we're going to do is we're going to set that there. We're going to set it to 13. And I need to make a comparator to get the rest of this done. And I think I need some more fluid duct. Okay, I have our comparator. So I think put it on there. That has barely anything in it. Now if I do this, it should kick everything off over here. Ah, it's starting to run again. Yeah, we'll take all that out. So that's going to charge this up. And it's going to charge up pretty quick, because it doesn't have the largest capacity. There we go. Okay, so that should get to a certain point, and then if I set everything correctly, it should shut off. Yeah, there we go. So at 945,000 IF, it shuts itself off. Now, this does have an internal capacity. It'll fill up to... looks like it's filling both of them. It's going to fill up to 25,000 millibuckets in there. So 25 buckets will auto-fill into here. And it'll maintain itself if I have those things set up correctly, it should maintain itself without any issues. That means we have power. That means I can grab one of these and one of these, and all of our machines will have all the power they need. For now. We will set up the excavator eventually. I have this one here. It's going to be an external storage, because once this thing fills up, I believe this setup actually should produce more than the generator can use. So I know when you run this with HV, I may need to put a... I don't want to, but I may need to put an HV capacitor under here. It's not working the way I want it to. I say I may need to upgrade this to HV. But at this point in time, I'm not really that worried about it. I can always upgrade that later. Or I can work to upgrade it right now. What does it take to upgrade this capacitor? HV capacitor. Silver plates, lead blocks, and a block of redstone with some steel plates. We got all that. Let's go ahead and we will grab ourselves some an HV capacitor, which I think is a quest somewhere, but I just don't have it made yet. And there we go. We have our HV capacitor now. I have a whole bunch of random in my inventory. Go ahead and place it down. It should have the settings and everything just how we had it. It does not. There we go. Now this one I know should work just right. Set it to 13. And kick you on. Now you're going to run for a little while because now you hold 4 million. We can get this hooked up. Now the only thing I'm concerned with is I think with MV on, yeah, see, look, it's already pulling nearly 7,000. On an HV capacitor, it can overload the wires, I think. So maybe what I look at doing is setting up an HV-MV transformer. Although I don't really want to. But this should be fine for now. Let's shut you off for a minute. Okay, there. Yeah, so we're gonna have it kind of running sporadically, kind of like that. It's not constantly running, but it runs a little bit, fills up enough charge, and then stops. So it's not really wasting any power. Okay, let's turn that back on. Anyways. So that is out of that stuff. Here, let's throw these. Throw that in there like that. That'll be fine. This has more than enough stuff. I might switch everything over to just one of them at some point, but for now we'll run both. There we go. We have a big power setup now. I can live with this. So the next thing I want to set up is we're going to upgrade these. We're not actually going to use it anymore because I want to set up our first real machinery. And that requires lag. That requires us jumping into mechanism, which if I grab I just need a bucket of this. Ow. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. And I grabbed some osmium. We're gonna open up the mechanism tree. That gives us energized osmium ingots. Yeah. I'll come back and collect things as we go. But that opens up mechanism over here, which the first couple of things we're gonna make are I think that's one of them, but we need this guy, which we need a steel casing, which really isn't that expensive for us anymore. But we're gonna end up making, I think, 2 of these. I want to make 2 steel casings. And we're gonna make, hopefully, enough stuff here to make this. Yeah, there's a quest. There, that gives me some steel. Thank you. So we want 2 of these metallurgic infusers. Gives a whole bunch of stuff. Which aren't exactly the cheapest things. Look at all the steel furnaces, a bunch of steel sheet metal. The steel sheet metal is actually pretty cheap. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have those backwards. Yeah. Okay, so we have. Do I have 4 furnaces? I think I do. And the other thing I want is an enrichment chamber. Now that's the only thing that I'm not sure if we have the ability to make yet. Well, I have 18 furnaces. I have plenty of these. So I do this, do that. I do that, and I do that. Gives me 2 metallurgic infusers. They don't stack for whatever reason. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. We need to make these because I want, like I said, I think it's this guy. I want, what is it called? I just said it. The enrichment chamber. Yes, that is what it is. And it requires, okay, crystal growth accelerators. Okay, I have a chain to go down for this. Iron quartz glass. Okay, I got a whole bunch of chains to go through for this. And it means unlocking ME system stuff, which isn't the greatest thing to do. But we are going to work to get to this. But in order to do so, we make 4 of these basic control circuits. Not really that difficult. The challenging part is I just need power. There, one of them wanted to give me power stuff, didn't it? Yeah, oh, it gives me HV. I can't use HV yet. You know what? We're going to take an extra step here and do another quest that's right nearby. And we're going to get ourselves some mechanism cables to make this whole mess here a little easier. There. Because now we're going to go over here. And this is why I left this floor open. So, for now, I'm going to place you there. because you are a temporary setup. I need 4 of that. Give me 4 of those. Let's take a look at what else we need to get to this this thing. We needed 2 of these crystal growth accelerators. And I think that means I need to get some of this Certus quartz broken down. I think I should have some of each. And one of them that we need is... I need biodiesel. My bucket. And there we go. We have some energized Certus quartz, which opens up all of this stuff. In order to get here, we need to make Fluix crystals. It really wants us to make this charger. And in order to make it, I need another bucket. Let's just look real quick at how much I actually need to make this. Red alloy ingots, easy to make. I can make them. Basic control circuits, making them already. Steel casing, I can make that right here, right now. Okay, I have that. These crystal growth accelerators are HOP graphite ingots, 2 ME glass cables, a Fluix block. The Fluix crystals I know how to make. It's just nether quartz and redstone with the charged crystals. Well, I may skip a step and just make some of these. So that we can have this, because this is going to be our new steel production. And it'll be quite a bit easier than the previous one, and faster. Oh, apparently that gave us a trophy. Well, guess what? I've made a place for our trophies. There we go. Got another one. Now, the best part about this enrichment chamber is when I'm not using it for steel, I can always use it to improve our gain from things like our ores. Aha, there we go. We have all of that, and I have an inventory full of junk that I don't need at the moment. Let's put some things away. Well, I think I'm going to have to redesign my original plan ever so slightly, but in general, it should still work. And one of the things I'm going to need to change is I'm going to need to make another relay over here, I think. Maybe. For now, we're going to do this. So that is going to be the original, or the placement of stuff. We're going to have the enrichment chamber, the metallurgic infuser, and the other metallurgic infuser. And the way we're going to set things up is essentially like this. We're going to have 3 drawers, if I remember to make any. I don't know if I have any at the moment. Now, this may not work the way I want it to. I'm going to move things a little bit and hope that it works out. I'm going to put you there to be able to run that wire to you. That wire is probably sitting down here. Ah, there we go. So what we're going to do is transporter config. input there, output on the back. At least I think that's where it's trying to do that. I do have some conduits. Conduits are not down here, they're up here. I've been saving these particularly for this, and I'm hoping this stuff will work how I want it to. So I don't have to use builder's cables. I only have 3. I may need to shift a little bit. But for the moment, if I can go to the right place, this should end up working. If I go ahead and pick these up, I'm going to push them back by 1 block for now. For now, once we can get more conduit or something like that, we can improve it. What I want to do is all this charcoal, I unlock you. Gonna go into here. Have a good amount of it. And that this is gonna look really wonky if it has to work this way. It'll get improved in time. Okay, so I want you on insert black, black. Hey. That's doing what I want it to. You need to do that. I think things are set up right. No, they're not. Auto eject is on. Yeah, there we go. But you're not getting power because I didn't connect you all the way. There we go. Now that is working. Means you I will set to green. You I will set to insert on green. And I'm hoping that this will work. Let's try it out. Let's get a little bit of iron. If I did this right, then whatever iron I put in there should become steel. There's a zombie playing around outside. Oh wow, I'm almost out of food. Or not. Let's see if I did this right. Like I said, this whole appearance that it has is janky and temporary. Okay, that's getting iron. So it's going to make enriched iron that automatically gets put into here and infused again to make iron, steel dust. Or steel blend. Hey! It's working! I just have to make it better. This arrangement is not the greatest. Now I could probably improve it a little bit. I think I have an idea how. Let me see if I can do this. I just recorded about 20 minutes of video without actually saying anything. Because I had the micro muted. Anyways, all I was talking about was we've got our steel production up and running. It's noisy. Don't mind me. Don't mind it. It won't run for very long because I don't have any more iron in here, so it's just this thing. Really, the only ones that are noisy are the smelter and the enrichment chamber. These ones aren't too bad. We can upgrade them later with speed upgrades, energy upgrades, and muffling upgrades to make them quiet. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I might just see if we can make another one of these sound mufflers. We're a little ways away from being able to make that. Stone Burnt is a couple chapters away. As I did before realizing my micro's off, I collected a whole bunch of stuff from quests. So, we have a few things. Yeah. This is where we get Stone Burnt. I think that's it. And then we can just make sound mufflers to go all over the place. Anyways. I'm going to wrap things up here for this time. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Next time, I am thinking that we're going to go through, and I don't know if I'm going to show all of it, but we're going to go through and do take care of Twilight Forest so that that is done. Because Twilight Forest, while I absolutely love and enjoy the mod, it's a fantastic mod with a great dimension, is very much overused in a lot of mod packs. They offer the option to skip it and just craft these 2 items to get you to the end, but I'm actually going to go through it because you can get a lot of good gear and loot and stuff from it. Plus levels and flying around and resources. So that's what we're probably going to do next time. For now, I am going to I'm going to spend some time trying to figure out how I want to move forward, because I had an original plan for how to arrange this floor for most of my machinery at the beginning, and I'm going to have to redesign a little bit because I think I laid things out wrong. That little area right there is going to stay as is. I may raise the walls up, but I got to figure out how to do wiring and stuff, so that'll be fun. But for now, that's it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. Or hopefully I have some idea of what the heck I'm doing.